Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Mixed Manny chat. I have a mess on my desk because it's going to be a very interesting Manny for this week. For those that aren't aware, U.S. Independence Day is this Thursday and Canada Day is tomorrow. So wanted to get very patriotic with it, but also we are taking the kiddos, Panda Bear, my significant other, his sister Carla, Mama Carla, and her kiddos to go see Despicable Me 4 with their BFF Allison. And so I need to incorporate somehow into my Manny a Minion. So yeah, I also wanted to use something from the June Color Street Color Play sub box, and I think it's called Hot Tropics. Yeah, Hot Tropics. So I'm going to use this one, which I guess wasn't a fan favorite of most people, Cherry Sizzle, but I feel like it's a nice red to go with that dark blue on that light show. I wanted to save most of these strips for my nieces because I'm likely going to be doing their nails on the 4th of July. So I wanted to use as little of it as possible, but enough to get that Independence Day patriotic vibe going on, along with my Minion, which I plan to have the Minion on my ring finger as an accent nail, and the rest of them will have the patriotic look. So, like I said, working Manny in progress. Let's get started, shall we? I did start with a base, so I put the Color Street Ridge Filling Nail Primer down, and I was waiting for it to dry, so that is why the long intro before getting right into the nails. So here we go. So I know that this one's kind of translucent from what I've seen others when they've used it, and so I'm going to lay this one down first because I don't want the color to be affected by adding light show. But I wanted to do some Stacy slants. Shout out to Stacy Adams, who coined Stacy slants. If you aren't following her, below is her contact information for her Facebook VIP group, as well as her YouTube channel. I wanted to do Stacy slants today, so that is what I'm doing. And the weather here in SoCal is super hot and humid, so I may just have to cut open the whole thing here. And usually I do like to save a bunch of my strips, but we're going to see how this is going to work because I can already see that it's like sticking because it is well above room temperature here in the house. So yeah, Color Street is 100% nail polish. They're about 97% dry, but they should be stored at room temperature, and we definitely don't have central air or air conditioning. I've got a fan running, but you know, when it's a hot, humid day and you've got a fan running, it is literally just hot, humid heat being blown around. So not much help to these nails. But let's see if I can pull these out without busting open the whole thing. All right, we did it. We did it. Okay, so you can already see the edges are like melting, and that's because it's too hot. It's too hot in this house. All right, so back to Stacy slants. It's been a crazy week, so if you are new to my channel, hi and welcome. Wendy, born and raised in California, thus Wendy from Cali, and I just like to do nails and chit chat about life, so if you're into that, keep watching. If not, feel free to find other channels. But yes, last week's Manny was all about being bougie business, like Lord business, if you watched the Lego movie. I had 2 client meetings to attend right after going to Legoland, crossing that off my bucket list with my sister and her kiddos and Panda Bear. And yeah, Legoland was so much fun, but definitely meant for younger kids. And yeah, you probably need multiple days if you want to get the full experience of everything that they have to offer. My sister Michelle, who had been there decades before, not that many decades, 1 decade and a half maybe before, said that things have definitely been, they've expanded a lot at Legoland. So yeah, but I'm so glad to have crossed that off my list. I made custom Legos, and in fact, let me see if I can show y'all my custom Legos while I'm doing my nails here. And you'll have to excuse the background noise because I'm digging through my work box. I have it because I was going to leave them at my work office just so I can look at them each day. But these are my Legos. I've got, this represents Panda Bear with his coffee cup. And he's always on the go, always drinking coffee. And so that's Panda Bear. This is me with the tea. I'm serving up the tea. I usually have my hair in braids. I don't have a beanie on, but that's, you know, I do have shoes that are coral orangey color, so that's the best I could do with what they got with the custom Legos at Legoland. I thought there'd be way more to choose from, but it's not really worth the custom. You pay $14.99 to get these 3 customs, and yeah, they didn't have a little doggy. I wanted to do my doggy Buddha, but they did not have a little doggy, so I did a short cop holding a little donut. And so those are my custom Legos that I built at Legoland, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But my nephew Calvin also built 2 of the 3, and his sister Lorelai built 1, and hers had a similar look to mine, except that it was more like a princess with a unicorn head on it. So I was tempted to do a unicorn head one too, but I was like, no, I've got the 3 that I wanted. But yeah, so got to go to Legoland and cross that off my list, and it was so much fun hanging out with my niece and nephew and my sister. But Legoland is definitely meant for younger kids. So yeah, despite all that, it was a lot of fun, and wish my brother-in-law Andy could have made it, but due to circumstances, he wasn't able to make it out, and it's okay. We were there to sub in for him when we could, to babysit, and my mom was able to stay with my sis the whole week, and so yeah, so she wasn't just alone with the kiddos. But here we go. So let me finish off the Stacy slant here. But that was Monday. So originally I was going to take 2 days off. I had Monday and Tuesday off, but I took away my Tuesday off because, oh no, that's not how I want it. Oh no, no. Yeah, once you lay these down, it's pretty hard to get them back up when you have a base on. I did it though. Okay, but I'm trying to make it like the opposite here. So let's see if I can actually do that. I'm so bad at doing that though. It's like trying to remember which way it should face. All right, I think I wasted that one. Let's just use another one. But yeah, so Tuesday had a client meeting, and Wednesday also a client meeting, and on top of all that, projects. We've got 2 projects going out this coming Monday. So trying to fit all that in meant a lot of hours because I took Monday off. And so not only that, but on Wednesday when I was at the office after the client meeting, I noticed that one of the print jobs that we had done that was going out this Monday was incorrectly showing some percentages that were not matching up, and so let's just say I was at the office until 9:30 p.m. Fixing, reprinting, all that good stuff. And then the very next day, signed in at 6 a.m. to do my regular shift. I was beyond exhausted. The only thing is that, so on Tuesday, I was supposed to go take my cardio kickboxing class, but I had to just say no because there was just too much going on with work, and I had to just plow through the work. And then I did go to my groove hip hop class on Thursday though, so I made time for that, which was nice. Despite being super tired from being at the office till 9:30 the night before, I was able to plow through my hip hop class, which thoroughly exhausted me, and so I was able to fall asleep pretty easily Thursday night. And then Friday was another long day. Luckily, originally the plans were that we were going to babysit the kiddos while my sister and her hubby went on a wine cruise, but because he couldn't make it out for their vacation, those tickets went to my brother and his wife. So my sister-in-law was celebrating a birthday on Friday, so happy birthday, Abby. She got to take the wine cruise with my brother and had a great time. So that was really nice. And then Saturday, we went back to spend time with the fam in San Clemente at the timeshare one last time. And so that was yesterday. And what did we do? We went out to dinner as a family. And we went to the dining place that was on the timeshare location, and just so it was easy for everybody. We didn't want people to have to run around or anything like that. And my poor niece Emmeline, so she's going through what all preteens go through, meaning that they're very particular with stuff, and she knows what she wants and she knows what she doesn't want, being super picky about stuff, which I was that way. I don't know if any of you all remember your preteen years, but I certainly was that way as a preteen. I can say it, I was a nightmare to deal with as a preteen. Shout out to my rents, the parents, who dealt with my attitude and my pickiness and my unpleasantness, I should say. Although my niece is not unpleasant. She's just very particular and all that right now. So she knows what she wants and what she doesn't want. So anyways, long story short is that the restaurant had a cheese dip listed as one of the menu items, and she really wanted that cheese dip. And of course the waitress was like, oh, that's the one thing on the menu that the chef doesn't do anymore. It's like, why leave something on the menu if the chef's not going to do it anymore? I mean, I understand if it's like, okay, we ran out of it or whatever, but we were like one of the first patrons there at the restaurant, so couldn't be that they ran out of it. But apparently the chef doesn't make this cheese dip anymore, and it was the only thing that my niece wanted. And so, Panda Bear to the rescue. We Yelped local dining places that had a cheese dip, and he called a place that was maybe less than 2 miles away, and they were able to accommodate a cheese dip with chips and salsa. And he went to go pick it up, and he arrived just as dinner was being served at the restaurant. So uncle to save the day. But yeah, And then, of course, the past weekend, we had brought candies, Sour Patch Kids, Sour Straws for Emmeline, and she had left them at the timeshare. She had forgotten them, and so we had brought them home. But we didn't think to bring them back. And so she was disappointed. She was getting disappointed left and right, I'll tell you that much. My poor niece. So anyways, we had a fabulous dinner, despite the little hiccups. It was great spending time with family. And then my sister, because she had a flight to catch really early this morning, chose to stay back and pack while we took her kiddos with my brother's family out on the timeshare area to do mini golf and shuffleboard and just, you know, spend time with each other and all that. So that was a ton of fun. But yeah, it got really dark really fast. So we had to wait for a while before the mini golf stuff was available, because it was a Saturday and, you know, it's the day before, like, everyone's checking out of the timeshare. So there was a lot of activity, a lot of folks that were on the property and doing things, you know, trying to utilize all of the amenities that the timeshare has to offer right before checking out the next day. And so we had to wait a bit before we got the little mini golf clubs and all of that. But overall, it was a lovely time. And then this early morning, my sis and her 2 kids flew back, and they're safely back in Utah now with my brother-in-law and with one less doggy. So one of the big reasons my brother-in-law couldn't make it out was because he was dealing with one of their family pets not doing so well. And yeah, when my sister and the kiddos were away, they had to put the dog down because he was in a lot of pain. And so yeah, it's sad. I just keep thinking about how family pets are like, oh shoot, I was gonna do a Minion on this. Okay, I was gonna do a Minion on my ring finger, and with all the talking I completely forgot. So the Minion's gonna just be on the Minion's just gonna be on my pointer finger. No, let's have the Minion on my thumb. Hold on, what size yellow do I got? Okay, the Minion's gonna be on my thumb. We're gonna have a Minion thumb because I completely got distracted with talking and forgot to leave my ring finger alone. So it's all good. We will have a Minion thumb. That actually will work out better anyways. And these slants are starting to look really like completely off, and that's fine too. It doesn't matter. It's just nails. It's a hot mess today. It is too hot to think, and I feel like it's too hot for my computer because I was trying to get some last minute things done because, again, 2 projects going out tomorrow, and I wanted to get as much of it prepared as I can before I clock in at the office in the morning. But my computer the whole day has been connecting and disconnecting to our internet, like the whole day. Like it won't stay online for very long. I'll start like doing some work, and like maybe 10-15 minutes in, it'll just go kaput, and it's like, what is happening? It didn't do that before, and I don't know. So I was told to bring in my work laptop to work tomorrow, so I will. So I took it as a sign as, okay, you know what, I'm just not going to attempt to do any serious work today. It is It is a weekend day. It's a Sunday fun day. So what am I doing trying to do serious work today? It just means for a longer manic Monday, doesn't it? But that's okay. We roll with the punches. We go with the flow. Alright. I can do my pointer fingers with the little slanty slants. And then we're going to do the minions on the thumbs. I had to cut all my nails short too, because whenever I travel, like, I'm really rough with my hands. And so, like, all the packing, unpacking, and all that good stuff meant that my nails, I somehow broke this one. It's always this one. My left hand, because I'm a lefty. Always this one that breaks. So I had to cut them all short because I don't leave them. I try not to leave them at different lengths. I like them as close as I can get to the same length. But yeah, okay. So let's make my nail stick really quick before we put on the last of the cherry sizzle. And then we are going to put on light show, and then we're going to do our minion, which some of you are probably here just to see what I'm going to do for the minion. And that's okay too, because whatever you choose as your form of entertainment, I do these videos mostly because I want to remember what was happening in my life when I did that specific mani. And yeah. But my business mani from last week lasted through the time that I needed it to for my business meetings. But then I did a transition mani right before going to our family dinner last night. And I also did I had done my niece's, my niece Edralin and my niece Lorelai's nails the previous week. Lorelai's nails were still on. She's amazing. I don't know how a 3-year-old can sit so still. She doesn't even fuss. Like, she's like the best. And then my niece Edralin, her nails had just come off. She said like a day or two before, which isn't bad considering that she usually says that they come off like the very next day or whatever. So one thing about Color Street is that some people's nail chemistry just doesn't work with the nail strips sometimes. If you have really oily nail beds, it's very hard to get them to stay on. So they'll likely like peel off or whatever. But also if you have like dry, brittle nails, if you're not hydrating, using cuticle oil and keeping your nails hydrated, they will get dry and chip off, which my nails do that a lot when I don't remember to use cuticle oil religiously. So especially my pointer fingers and my middle fingers are the worst. Like, they'll get really dry and brittle and chip off. And so, of course, if the nail itself is chipping off, the polish is going to come right off with it. So there's that. So I don't have oily nail beds, luckily. So that means, they stay on pretty well. But there's always the chipping part. That's no fun. But that's with any polish, not just with Color Street. But yeah, my sister Michelle says that when I did her nails, she's able to keep them on a couple of weeks. So yeah, it all really depends. But yeah, I did my niece Lorelai and my niece Edralin's nails last week. And then yesterday I did my niece Edralin's nails. And then I did my niece Lorelai's toesies. Because, as I mentioned, the nails that we did the prior week were still on her little fingers. And so didn't have to do her nails again. I just did her toes, which was a lot of fun. Okay, so I have cherry sizzle down. I wanted to put the light show over it, but across like that, basically. So I need to figure out a way to do this where I'm not using too many of the strips, because again, I want to save as much of it as possible to be able to do my niece's nails on Thursday. So now it's to figure out how we're going to do this, because I still do want the fireworks to show somehow. And so I didn't really plan this out very well in my head. I just knew that I wanted to do this mix somehow. So let's just see how it works. But because I'm done with cherry sizzle, let's put it back in and seal it up so that they don't dry out. Because once you start exposing these nail strips to air, they start drying out, and that's how they attach to your nails. So we don't want them to dry out if I want to be able to use them at a later time. So let's grab my flat iron, which I had on so that I can easily seal them. So here we go. I'm trying really hard not to tumble everything down here. Okay, here we go. All right, we did it. All right. Oh, please don't tumble and don't burn anything. Okay. All right, let's get the light show on my nails. So obviously these are the ones I'm going to focus on, and put these away for my nieces. Do I have one that I can use as a nail stick? I'm going to take one. I'll take this one. Alright, so let's stick these in here. I'm not going to seal it yet because I might not need all of these. So let's find out. I do have another set of these too, which I think I'm going to bust open on Thursday for my nieces. That way, because I think all three of them are going to want. My niece Evelyn is supposedly coming to spend time with Mama Carla and the kiddos for the very first time. So my brother's family will get to meet my in-laws. Shoot, that nail is sticking. Okay, hold on. Let's take it back out and try to put it in again. Let's put it in this direction. Maybe that won't stick so bad. If we go this direction. Okay, hold on. Let's get the thumbs in first. Let's shove those in first. Okay. And in fact, let's do this so that I'm not trying to shove them all. I find that although I do want to get a lot of the air out, I don't want all the air out, because if I put all the air out, then they all stick together. I don't know if others who have used Color Street have experienced that when they're sealing up their nails, but that's my experience. And then leftovers, so these are meant to be one-time use sets, so no guarantee that leftovers will actually work. But for me, if I use them, if I heat seal them and I use them in a decent amount of time, like I don't let like years pass or whatever, they're still going to be good. But if I let them sit for too long, even with heat sealing them, they end up getting brittle and dry. So it's the luck of the draw. I mean, once I open a set, I really should think that it's going to be like the end. However many strips of it I use should be what I use, and that's that. But let me see. So I don't think I'm going to need these big ones either. Which means that I can probably get 2 nieces done with this set. And then I could do my niece, my Emmeline, with one last set. But that's dependent on if they all want their nails done. And that's not always the case, but we'll see. Okay, so I want to somehow get the fireworks to show on my nails. So I think I might need to cut this one in half. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Oh, I need to cut it all the way. Here we go. Okay. There we go. I wanted to pull that right over the red there. I should be able to do 2 nails with the one. Okay. Stop sticking. No. Okay. Can't get my thumbs all messed up because the minions are going to go there. All right. Here we go. The one hard thing about filming and trying to do intricate nail designs is that I usually wear glasses and I usually like my nails like right up in front of my face, but I can't do that with the way my camera is set up, and so I gotta kind of improvise and do weird angles and all of that. But I do like being able to film and let you guys in on seeing how the process is done. So, you know, the sacrifices we make to have YouTube videos, right? And then I also don't like editing my videos because I like it raw. Like, this is what you get. This is live. Basically, I record it and then I just upload it and then that's it. That is it. And so I want to keep it that way. So sometimes you'll see me mess up a little bit here and there, and that's okay, because, you know, what's life without a little bit of messy mess ups? And I think I just messed that up right there, and that's okay. let's just run with it. All right, there we go. There we go. Obviously this one looks way better than my right hand trying to do my left hand mani, and that's usually the case. The dominant hand always gets the short end stick of looking good when it comes to manis, because unless you're like really super talented with being ambidextrous, it's not gonna be that both hands are gonna be really good. So, okay. So let's lay that down there. And then cut that off. Oh, I think I might not need these two. Alright, so we'll find out, won't we? Here we go. Actually, let's do it on this side, because I'm trying to make it match a little bit. So if we do that, I think we'll be able to kind of make it match a little bit. Okay. Cut take the plastic off. Gotta remember, always remember, take the plastic off first before you're cutting anything. Or else you're gonna have a very fun, and I say that in quotes, fun time of trying to separate everything. Alright, so here we are. Oh, let me just clean this up real quick. And then reorient so we can figure out which one goes where. I see a little bit of nail there. What did I do? What did I do? Oh well, we'll just file it down. We will file that. Okay. It is kind of messy today, and that's okay. The lines are not quite where they ought to be. Let's clear it out. Let's clear that area out. And I do have some nail stickers I might be able to apply if it comes down to it, where it really bothers me that there's so much nail exposed in certain areas. It's a little cheat code there, which I might actually do. But let's first things first finish this off here. Figure out, I think the darker side, this side right here, is going to go on the ring finger, from what I can see. There we go. Stretching too far. Oh no. It's too melty, too sticky. Everything's just too sticky. Alright, let's just stick this down and we'll deal with it. I am definitely going to utilize those fireworks nail stickers because obviously this didn't work out as I had anticipated. So that's okay though. It's okay. Nobody is really going to pay attention to my nails. I'm the only one. I'm the only one that does. Alright, let's use the last bit of this on both of the ring fingers. I'm going to lay some nail stickers down too, because how embarrassing. This mani is definitely not up to my usual caliber, and it's just too dang hot, I think. Too dang hot for this to be working out, and it is what it is. Alright, here we go. Lay that down and across, and then we'll cut that. I just cannot believe that we're already at the end of June. I mean, where does time go? The older we get, the quicker things just kind of fly by us. Alright, let's add some nail stickers down real quick before we do our minion. And that is another question as to where my book of nail stickers are. Alright, I found them. So, where are the fireworks though? I guess we could do stars too, but I know I have fireworks in here. Aha! Found it. I'm looking for if there's like a silvery white. That's going to be what will contrast. Here we go. That the white. I think I want to use the white. No, actually I want to use the holographic silver because that's going to look really nice. Yeah. So these are like super big, but it's going to offset some of that area that's just really asking to be covered. So let's utilize a big one. That's way big. I probably could have cut that one in half. That's okay. I'm not going to do all of my fingers to have the nail stickers. This is what I need. Here we are. So I do my toes like every 3 to 4 weeks, so almost like once a month. And for some reason, whenever I cut down my toenails, I'm really bad at my big toes, like really, really bad, especially on my left foot. And right now it's like in a world of pain, which really pisses me off because I have to work out with that painful toe until it heals. And so, yeah. So I did an ice bath for my feet today, which helped a little bit. So definitely Panda Bear had a good idea with that. But I'm just like, I don't know how to prevent doing that. And I do it all the time. And I think it's just, I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to cutting my toenails. So I don't know if anyone else does that. Probably should just bite the bullet and pay to like have someone do it for me, but I don't know. But yeah, so it's no fun. And originally I was going to leave my toes just bare so that it has time to like just fully heal, but then I busted out the Hot Tropics Color Street Color Play box sets, and I really, really wanted to put Fierce Florals on my feet, and so now I've got a Fierce Florals pedicure while I'm waiting for that big toe to heal. So yeah. Alright, so I'm not going to put fireworks like on all the fingers, but I think this one's going to have it, and then I think there's going to be 2 of them over here because this one right here is bothering me too. But yeah, let's see. Do we want it big or do we want it small? I think we will want it small. So let's use this one right here. And then we can move on to the Minions. So if you are here for the Minions, keep watching because that is what we are going to be doing next. And of course, I will put Naked Manicure Zoya Glossy Seal over all of it when I'm ready. So yeah, but not quite ready yet. So, anywho, let's get to the Minions, shall we? And where did my music go? My music just turned off on me. Maybe that music was just, how about this? Let's see if that's any good. I think I didn't look at the, so I stream music from YouTube for my background music, but the problem is that some music that is posted and they say that it's copyright free, and free to use or whatever isn't always free to use. And so it's hard to choose things on the fly and have them work out. So we'll see if it actually does or not. Alright, Minions. Man, I'm feeling like, do I need to add more of the fireworks? No, I think we're good. Okay, let's work on the Minions. So, as far as Minions go, I'm going to be placing down this yellow as the base for sure. But I want to just do half of it because Minions have they have overalls as their bottoms. And so let me just pull up a picture of Minion nails on Pinterest so we have something to look at. Because that's kind of what we're aiming for. This Minion, oop, that Minion right there is what we're trying to shoot for. Okay, but before I do anything else, let's put these away and seal them because we're done with these. Alright. Get those out of the way. And let's get into the Minions. So, as mentioned, I'm going to lay down the yellow first. Hopefully the yellow's still good because it's the last of the yellows that I've got. I think this was from Lemon Beet Drop way back in the days. It's my last one. And it's practically perfect color for the Minion here. But I need to cut it in half because we are gonna lay the Minion head like that. Alright, so let's cut it all the way. Alright. And in fact, I want the Minion, because I'm going to be doing thumbs like that, it has to be like this. So there's got to be a way to lay it down so that it fits just right. Yeah, because if I do it this way, I'd have to do the claw. I don't want to do the claw when doing nail fees, so we are going to have a Minion. Oh! Like that. Ooh, this one's already getting kind of hard. So, it's been a while since I used Lemon Beet Drop, so it's not surprising to me. But it's still sticky enough to lay it down. It's just these wrinkles, I gotta get them out. Although in Despicable Me 4, there's one Minion that gets like super duper sized, like a mega Minion. So if he's a little wrinkly, I could just say he's turned into that mega Minion. Oh man, I'm excited to see that movie too. Not as excited as I was to see Inside Out 2, but still very excited. Minions are definitely my jam. I love them. I sometimes will sing songs in the car, and instead of singing the lyrics, I will just do Minion speak. because it's fun, and why not? Plus, any little yellow creature that likes bananas are awesome. So, yeah. Go Minions. Alright. There we go. I'll do the cleanup work later because we are... Wow. Time just flies, I'm telling you. Alright. These are my overalls. I wanted kind of a gradient. And so I think that one was from Penguin Party, I think, maybe. Or maybe it was from the blueberry set. There was a blueberry set. I don't know. It was from one of those sets. But this is my last one. So I remember when I used to use just conventional nail polish. I didn't know about Color Street. It didn't even exist back then when I used to do my nails all the time. And I did a Minion, like, with the nail polish colors I had on hand. I had a lot of nail polishes. I threw out so many of them because they just got super old. And I was hanging on to my Ruby Wing color changing nail polishes, but I'm starting to realize that they're so old that, like, the consistency is not the greatest. And what I mean by that is, oh, I just realized, you know, that's not going to fit because I originally was going to do my ring finger, and this is not wide enough to fit what I want it to do. Am I able to stretch it out? Maybe. And stretch it a little bit. Try to get it the right size to fit. No, that's not gonna fit. Okay, gotta call an audible. What color do I have that is blue that I could use for my Minion clothes? Because that was not going to work. Do I have anything? Let's see. I guess we could use Naughty or Ice. That's kind of the right blue. A little darker than I originally wanted. What's this other one that I've got? I've got this one. I'm just dropping stuff all over the place behind the scenes here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, none of those are gonna be what well, we're gonna use 90 or Ice because that's what we've got. And that's what we're gonna use. So, I could probably just use these right here to go across like that. It's gonna be as close as it's gonna get with what we've got to work with, and that's gotta be okay because it is what it is. Alright, so let's put this across. There we go. I mean, I do like the yellow with that blue is very striking. And you know how we can incorporate this with the fireworks? We're going to throw one of those nail stickers, those firework nail stickers on top of the Minion, because let's just pretend that the Minion is casting all the fireworks. Alright. But I think the fireworks, instead of using silver, we're going to use a red, because I do have a red sticker. we have rainbows. Okay, let's use that. The little tiny ones. All right. Let's see here. Do we want to use a purple on top of it? Let's see. Let's start with the red though, because that's what originally we were going to try and use. Throw that on there. We're not going to worry too much about that one, because when I take a nail fee, it's going to look like this. So no one's going to care. No one's going to care. Okay. Let's finish off the other side. Maybe we could do a better job of not peeling too much of the nail off. Like I said, I have a fan on. That doesn't help with trying to get this accurate, and it's fine. Totally is fine. All right, here we go. Got that down, looking good. Now we just gotta get this off. Oof. If you're watching this video, do you have any plans to go see Despicable Me 4? Are you a fan of Minions? Comment below. But yeah, let's put... I don't think I need another firework on that side, because this one already has these two fireworks. Or do we? Let's lay one down just to be fair. Alright, we're going to use this one. Put it right here. Alright. Now, back to what we were working on. So, Naughty or Ice, we are done with you. So, I can go ahead, throw you in there. Sorry, Penguin Party or whatever blueberry one, we're not using you, and since you're exposed, you have to be thrown out. So sometimes things get wasted, and that's okay. Oh, that's backwards. Not going to be able to read that very well, are we? So let's throw this Naughty or Ice in there. Heat seal that sucker. Alright. Now, Minions need a little mouth, which I was going to use between the lines. So, and I was also going to use between the lines for the little goggle. Actually, you know what we could do? We're going to use Gotham Night for the little mouth, because it already has a little curve there, so why not? Tiny little curve for the little Minion mouth. So we will use that and that, and try to cut it as curved out as possible. I originally pulled out Gotham Night so that I can cut out a little dot for the eyeballs. So we will be able to use those as well. Okay. Alright. Those who are watching, you guys have a Dutch Bros near you? I had the most delicious coffee freeze from Dutch Bros called Churro Freeze, I think it was what it was called. And looking at the freeze coffees, they're like over 500 calories for a small one. I wasn't aware of that, but I definitely had a lot of energy at Legoland that day, so must have been from the churro freeze with all its sugar and calories. Oh, speaking of Legoland, so my nephew Calvin is a huge fan of sea creatures and dinosaurs, but he loves the ocean and the sea. I swear, he's going to be a marine biologist one day. But he wanted, before going into Legoland, he wanted to do their aquarium first. And their aquarium, actually, let me see if I can use this to cut, because it's kind of curved already. The aquarium, has this little map thing where you visit each of the little exhibits or whatever, and they have a little stamping area where you stamp the map and collect all the stamps, and they give you a little bracelet at the end. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. Don't know if you've ever been to Legoland or if you ever have plans to go to Legoland, but the aquarium is a lot of fun for the kiddos, especially if they're into sea life. Alright, we got a mouth down. That's one. Let's get the other side. Let's cut this. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, because no one's really going to stare at it that much. It just needs to have the right shape. As long as you get the essence of the Minion, that's all that's really going to matter. Okay. There we go. Alright. And then we need... I was going to open this and kind of cut out a circle of the white and of the gray for the goggles. So, let's do that. And I thought I had a hole punch somewhere, and again, I don't know what I did with the hole punch, so we're just gonna have to improvise with what we've got. Let's see, hold on. Pull all these out. See what we've got to work with. Aha! Smaller one. Smaller white. That's what I'm looking for. I just need 2 pieces. And I apologize if I'm not talking that much because I need a little bit of concentration on this part because I'm trying to get the right fit. I need to cut a little bit of that off to make a circle. Ah! Stop. Okay. I need it to be kind of circular. Shouldn't have laid it down so quickly, because now it's stuck. Oh well. That's fine. It's close enough. Close enough. That's gonna be way too big. Way too big. Okay, hold on. We are gonna waste that piece. That's fine. We are gonna cut this one into a tiny circle because that one's gonna be wasted. Probably would have been easier if I had just drawn a circle and then cut it out. But we are committing to this now. All right. Then I just need the smallest bit of the gray. Alright, and then we need the smallest bit of black for the eyeballs. So let's actually draw a tiny circle and try to cut it out because this one needs to be way more precise. So we're just gonna draw a little tiny eyeball and a little tiny eyeball. We're gonna cut those out. If I had black nail polish, I probably could have done this with a little dotting tool. But, as I mentioned, I don't really have too much conventional nail polish anymore. And I also don't have a little hole punch that will punch that tiny. So, I know this doesn't look very circular, but it's gonna have to work for what we want it to do. Okay. Okay, so we've got a little tiny dot eye there, and I need to lay, and actually, you know what? I don't have to open up between the lines. Did I already open up between the lines? I did. Okay, I was gonna say I have some nail tape that probably could have worked, but let's just, since I already opened this up, we'll use between the lines. At least I thought I had opened it up. It doesn't feel open all of a sudden. All right. Let's use this one. Save these. Heat seal them up. All right. Gonna put the line straight across for the goggles. The good thing about it is that it's clear, so don't have to be so precise about cutting the line. And in fact, if it's not long enough, I can always cut out another line and lay it on each side, and I could probably do that. Let's peel this first. Let's peel it and cut it in half, because that way we don't have to lay it. We don't have to lay the circle on top of it. We can lay half and half. There, right across here, that. He's gonna look kind of like a mutant minion. There we go. Oh, no. Do we want to do it this way? Let's do it across this way. There we go. Our minion. Haha. Oh my gosh. Where is my orange stick now? Alright, close enough. Let's put the phone away while we finish up our minion here. I'm going to do this one off camera. No, you know what? We're committing to it. We're gonna finish. And if you're still here, awesome. Throw up a fireworks emoji in the comments if you don't have any specific comments you want to leave. Would love that. And yeah, fireworks emoji and the little take two little and cut. What is that thing called? I don't know what that thing is called. The director's board or whatever that thing is called. Fireworks and that will show me that you stayed for the whole video. However painful that was to watch. And yeah, thanks for hanging in there with me, because this one was a tough one. I am surprised at how long it took and how much effort that it actually took. And now I don't know what I did with my little piece. Oh, it's right here. But yeah, took a little bit of effort, but I think it's gonna get a good reaction from the kiddos when they see it on Thursday and Friday. Let's just hope it all lasts until then. But let's see, we need to cut out a tiny piece of circle here. So let's draw it this time, because sometimes drawing the circle and then cutting it out works a whole lot better than just freehanding it, for me at least. And then we'll lay that on the gray so that we can get a good cutout of that. There we go. Where is the gray? Is this the gray? Yes, this is the gray. I'm gonna lay it down there. Mutanty minions. Haha. Okay. I'm sure once I put a glossy top coat over it all, it won't look so bad. Right now, it's still looking kind of like a hot mess. Alright. Let's cut out the eyeball. Ooh! Alright, this one was the hardest. I remember trying to get the little eyeball out. Okay, got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Nope, I don't got it. There we go. Please lay down. Don't follow. Okay, use my finger. Oh, there we go. We got it. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Let's get this cut out. Oh shoot, don't stick. No! If it's not one thing, it's another here. It's trying to not work here. Alright, here we go. Almost. Here we are. Okay. Eyeballs. Let's get you on. Oh, here we go. Oh, not circular enough. Let's cut off that sharp edge. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Last but not least, get the little goggle eyeball on. We did it! Yay! I really like this minion more because it worked out a little better. But my fireworks and my minion, I just need to use my flaxseed bag to kind of heat them up a little bit so that they would flatten down a little bit and adhere better, and then throw on a glossy top coat, and I think that is it. But again, if you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and I will see you all next time. Have a happy Independence Day, U.S. Independence Day. Happy Canada Day to those in Canada. And overall, let's see if Despicable Me 4 is worth it. I'll let you all know later. See you next time. Peace.